Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing Race to the Raft, which is another crowd-funded project from Frank West, who brought us the Isle of Cats, and what is it? The City of Games, I believe, is his company. And once again, he delivers earlier than promised. I think the delivery date on this one was supposed to be September 2023, and it actually showed up in July of 2023, which is pretty good. I mean, compared to a lot of Kickstarters and GameFound projects, sometimes usually it's lucky if it ends up coming right on the date that it says. But yeah, it delivers ahead of time, and this is one that I'm actually really excited about. When the Isle of Cats initially came out, that was one that I backed along with the expansions, and I liked Isle of Cats, but it never really took over as one of my favorite games. But I feel like this one, even though it's very different from the Isle of Cats, because there's kind of a route building, kind of pattern building thing going on, and it's cooperative, so it's a very different game. I think I'm actually a little bit more excited about this one than I even was the original one, so I'm hopeful that it'll be really good. But let's get into this box. So, Race to the Raft. I don't remember what other things you could back. There might have been some miniatures and stuff, but I think I just got the lowest level of the pledge because I didn't really need to deluxify it any further. So, yeah. But then right off the bat, we've got this huge bag that already has stuff inside of it. Okay, so we got some cards in there. Interesting. I'm not sure if I've ever seen it where the bag already has kind of some pre-bagged and stuff inside it, so that is interesting. But yeah, this looks like a pretty solid bag, a pretty large bag as well. Doesn't have anything on it, which is a little disappointing that I didn't put like a cat on there or something, but I'll let it slide this time. But no, I just know a lot of projects do that now, and it just ups what's kind of, I don't know if it's expected or kind of the bar, so to say. So that still looks like a very solid put together bag, so I am happy about that. And then you got some plastic baggies here, and then kind of what we're in that bag, we got these kind of, I don't know if you technically call them tiles because they're just they're more kind of cards, but technically I believe they act sort of like tiles. So you're using these to kind of lay out, and if I could get these things open, that'd be nice. You lay them out onto the board to kind of, here we go. So I think, yeah, you can take different ones. It looks like those are some of the, when it starts getting destroyed. Oh, actually that might be a solo thing or something. I don't remember. It's been a little bit since I looked at this stuff, so I don't remember exactly how everything worked, but I do know at the time I was very excited about what it was looking like. So, yeah, some really nice artwork here. Some interesting artwork, and that's kind of, so I believe the island that you kind of were saving the cats from in the previous game is burning. I don't know if that was the doings of the guy that was coming to the island or whatnot. But then, yeah, you're using, so I believe you're putting out cards like this on top of the board, and you're trying to get so if you wanted to move the blue cat, you'd try to be putting the blue path together to get them to a certain area of the board to kind of save them. And yeah, it just looks like a very interesting, clever little game that yeah, I feel like is going to play pretty well as a cooperative game. And then, of course, I'm struggling with these, but no, I'm really excited about this. I know the Isle of Cats has some great production quality, so I kind of, I guess, expect that from this game. Obviously, I don't think there's as many components. It's kind of very driven based on the boards and these cards here. Or tiles, what would you call them? Leave it in the comments below. What would you call these if you're using kind of just these kind of cards to kind of lay out onto a board? Do you call that a tile then, or do you just call it a normal card or something? Yeah, I really really like the nice artwork that they used here. It's very, very colorful. So if you don't like colorful, then this is probably gonna give you migraines. But I do like some color in my games, so I'm a sucker. And then we've got these, and like I said, it's been a while since I looked at it. I looked at the rules and how it played exactly, so I don't remember what these are for, but they're very smooth. They're nice little tokens, wooden tokens. They're not too heavy or anything for how big they are. I mean, they feel like they're chunky wooden pieces, but they're not overly heavy. Then we've got the cats, it looks like. So you got some different shaped cats. I don't remember, they're probably doing the same poses that they were doing in the Isle of Cats for some of the cats that you could use there. But yeah, I like the look of these cats. I'm not the biggest cat fan, actually, to begin with, so the fact that I've gotten this much stuff related to a game based on cats is kind of surprising in the first place, but they're fine, but I prefer dogs. So it looks like, okay, so we got some player boards here, or not player boards, but kind of the actual main board that you're going to be playing on. And it looks like, yeah, they got fronts and backs. I'm assuming you have to set them up. I think you had to set them up a certain way. So I remember right, this came with like a certain amount of missions or something. I don't remember exactly. Looks like some more boards as well. So yeah, definitely those bright colors. And then I think these kind of go on the edges. I think that I can't remember if it's like a campaign book type thing that you kind of go through and they get harder and harder. Then yeah, it looks like these punch out and are just bigger shapes. I don't remember exactly how those came into play, but they must just kind of connect to those main boards that we've got there in certain shapes that you'll probably have to. It's kind of a puzzle, essentially a puzzle game, I think, that you're trying to kind of solve the puzzle. But yeah, so now we finally get to the rule book. Nice solid rule book here. How many pages we got? Looks like about 20 pages. Got some color assistance, so it looks like, yeah, they've made different icons and stuff on the different tiles, so hopefully that helps with people that have issues kind of seeing the colors on the tiles. Additional rules. Yeah, hopefully that'll be, looks like there's some examples in there. Hopefully that'll be a good rule book. And then we got the actual campaign book, which I think kind of shows how you set up kind of some of the different maps, and it looks like it shows like their difficulty, so they get more and more difficult. So that'll be fun. I can't wait to play through that. And then there's a Kickstarter pack. Okay, so that's where those weird shaped ones come into play. Okay, so yeah, it must be for some additional campaign stuff. Interesting. So that's where those come in. Ooh, and then we got some more tiles, some bad ones. You don't want all of those shapes. I think these shapes are what go in the bag, and then you get to place it when you, I think it's when you move a cat, or when something happens. You have to end up adding some basically dead spots onto the board, because then you can no longer use those spots to move the cats. So it's kind of one of those cooperative games that it's a race. You're kind of racing against time, or total amount of turns kind of thing. So yeah, I'm 100% excited about this game. I really want to kind of get this one to the table as soon as possible, because yeah, once I saw the shipping notification, I was a little surprised, because I was like, that came a little earlier than I was thinking. So yeah, hoping to get this one to the table soon, but we'll probably put out like a first impression. I'm sure we'll get this one to the table pretty quick, so I'll probably put out a first impression video alongside this, so you can check that out to see our initial thoughts on the game after probably playing a game or two. But otherwise, we hope to see you on that video, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.